Hello, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sam Salek, and as the GMPD Academy Program Director, I have the honor and the privilege of chairing the graduation ceremony today. I'd just like to say a few words before I hand over to our keynote speakers for today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, graduates, faculty, family, and friends. Today, we gather to celebrate not just the achievement of our graduate in certifications in medicine development, but also the dedication, hard work, and passion that have brought us to this very moment. Each of you has embarked on a journey filled with challenges and triumphs. You have gained the skills to innovate and improve healthcare. And now, as you continue your career in the pharmaceutical industry, you carry the potential to make significant contribution to medicine. Remember, the path ahead may not always be easy, but with perseverance and commitment to your purpose, you will undoubtedly transform lives. Congratulations on your remarkable achievements, and here is the future you will shape. Now, I would like to end my short conversation with you by reciting a quote from Tecumseh, a leader of the Shawnee Indian tribe, who once said, "When the dreams end, there is no more greatness. Don't give up your dreams." Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a slight change in the order of the keynote speakers, and I would like to now start the proceeding with the keynote speakers, and it gives me a great pleasure to introduce our first speaker, Dr. Alex Cordiolion. Alex qualified as a doctor and holds an MBA, is a globally experienced healthcare leader with expertise in the intersection of digital healthcare and the life sciences industry in pursuit of improving health. Dr. Cordiolion has held senior leadership roles overseeing medical affairs and innovation efforts in Australia, China, France, and the USA. His experience across the pharmaceuticals, consumer health, and digital healthcare businesses, giving him a unique perspective and vision of the future of healthcare. It's a great pleasure, Dr. Cordiolion.
Dr. Salek, thank you so much. And it's really an absolute honor and pleasure to join all of you today for what I hope is really a great recognition of incredible commitment to your own professional growth and to ultimately the impact that we as a pharmaceutical and life science industry are able to have on healthcare. I'm also just incredibly honored to join the colleagues that are in our virtual meeting today. And the great professionalism and commitment to education, I think, is just such a core value of what we all get to derive. So thank you so much for that. I think after many months of effort, you should be extremely proud to now be receiving your certificate in medicines development. You've made a strong commitment to understand how you can be your best, how all of us can learn together what we can do to shift healthcare in a way that drives benefit for individual patients and in a way that drives population health benefit as well. I think that's something which motivates and inspires me every day that I turn up. And I am inspired by what commitment all of you have shown, whether you're colleagues of mine at Pfizer, whether you're colleagues from the industry, whether you're looking to get into the industry. your investment in this program, I think, is core to not only lifting your own professional credibility, it's actually core to lifting the discipline that we are all professionals and part of. Whether you're core to medical affairs, whether you're in one of the adjacent scientific functions, we can continue to grow how our discipline inside life science companies maximizes the external impact that we have. And I think that is such a powerful benefit of undertaking a course as rigorous and diverse and focused as this. I often think about careers and I think about career paths, and I think that they are full of serendipity. But our career paths are not only due to fate. Our career paths are in our own hands. And I think the fact that everyone on this call today and everyone graduating today has chosen to invest in their path, to get themselves to be the strongest and the best, and to set themselves up for a future career path is something which is just wonderful and something which I hope is celebrated. So if career paths are more than serendipity and they're all about how we invest and how we grow, I guess I just have a few thoughts to leave people with. I think I've been driven across my career by just curiosity, by determination. I've been inspired by role models. I've had the great benefit of supporters and sponsors advising me and guiding me, and I hope at times I can do the same to other colleagues. And I say that because everyone in this cohort today is forming part of an alumni. Everyone has learnt together, everyone can grow together, everyone can maintain community together. And I think that is so important to the future state of what our professional impact will be able to result from. So whether you are at the beginning of your career journey, in the middle, whether you're looking to career pivot, I hope that everything you have learned on this journey is a key part of how you look back and celebrate in the future. As I think about how my own career has evolved, I first and foremost was driven and inspired to improve the lives of people. And I can compellingly say I've done that every day that I turn up to work. I was inspired to learn more about the diversity of the world. And a little bit like Dr. Selleck outlined, I've had the chance in this industry to live and work in many different countries and to explore and learn in a way that fit what was driving and motivating me. And in more recent times, I've been inspired to believe that there is value that we have in healthcare delivery that will be unlocked when we look at the intersection of digital life science industries and how healthcare is being delivered. The fact that we have such diverse opportunity to apply our learnings and our skills is part of the magic that's undefined about what we get to do in our roles and the leadership we get to bring. Congratulations what you've achieved. I hope you're very proud. I hope you somehow celebrate in the non-virtual setting as well as the virtual setting. And Dr. Selleck and colleagues on the phone, thank you so much for the opportunity to join and celebrate and recognize all of our colleagues today. Well done again. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed, Alex, for those very inspiring words. And now putting the patient at the heart of what we do, it gives me a great pleasure to welcome Ms. Jane Nicholson, the CEO of the WM UK. Now, for those of you who wonder what WM UK is Waldenstrom's macroglobulinemia of the UK. Now, Jane previously was the CEO at various non-profit and the director level in the commercial sector, responsible for 100 million plus turnover, driven by a passion to ensure patients are respected and expert in their own disease and engaged by healthcare professionals as active collaborators in their healthcare journey and not just study participants. Jane, it's a great pleasure to welcome you. Over to you.
Thank you. And once again, thank you for the opportunity to be in the room. And I am thoroughly inspired by all that is happening today and want to congratulate you all on your achievements to date. And as Sam has said, really, I am here to raise the patient voice in all of this. I started off very much in a corporate career, worked in large organizations, as Sam said, big turnovers, director level, and have also developed and exited our own tech company. And the reason I kind of guess why I am here today in the role that I am is my mum sadly had a rare breast cancer, which she subsequently died from. And I had the experience of going through 4 years of treatment and clinical trials with her. And it just makes you realize what you take for granted, right? And it makes you realize how little you do know, even though you consider yourself an educated person. So I would say to all of you today, you're doing incredible things. You are going to do incredible things. But please don't forget to engage with the people that you are going to help and whose lives you are going to change. I'm lucky that I engage with those people every day and I see the benefits of what you do, which is fundamentally you give hope, and with hope you can achieve anything. But don't forget that that term patient is still a human being, is still an individual who's living their own life with their own family and is trying to come to terms with what they have, understand what they're dealing with, and make informed choices about what they do. And I truly believe that the more you engage with those individuals and the more education and information you give them, then the better that journey for both of you is, and the better the journey and the outcome for the patients. I think sometimes as well as an organisation, people think charity and, they probably think of people rattling buckets, collecting coins, doing a little bit of fundraising. But I just wanted to take this moment to actually perhaps give you a bit more scope of what we do. We are very much a voice to NICE when drugs come up for recommendation. We provide patient experts, and we also, I think, give an organisation view of the world. We have had patients, we've worked with pharma who have done focus groups with us on recruitment materials for trials, on looking at unmet needs of patients, understanding really how they might better recruit and retain patients through trials. And we also have something called the Rory Morrison Registry, which is basically the biggest global source of WM clinical data. And within it, it also has some PROMS data as well. And we are using that data to improve patient outcomes in its simplest sense. But we've used that data to look at health inequalities work with partners. We've used that data to model clinical trials and, really to look at where we think companies should be focusing their efforts for patients. So when you think of a patient organisation or a charity, take the time to talk to us, reach out to us. We're probably doing far more than you think we're doing. We're not just about raising money. And, lastly, I'd say to you, think of any patient as a CEO of their own body. Nobody is going to understand their own body, their own illness, their own disease, what's going on better than that patient themselves. And particularly in Waldenstrom's, treatments are often triggered based on really how the patient is feeling and how much their quality of life is being impacted. And it's very much a joint decision with their healthcare practitioner. So, don't forget to talk to us, to these people. I think the more we talk, the more we engage, the more we share knowledge, then the more we will all achieve together. But mostly, I say thank you to all of you for the work you are doing and for the work you are going to do. And I see the benefits of that day in, day out in the job that I do. So thank you. And I wish you all the very best in your careers.
Thank you very much, Jane. And I'm sure that those words resonate with many people's and many of our graduates today. I remember the time that, patients' organization would thought of, sitting in a kitchen dining table with a typewriter and typing the newsletter. Now, I'm afraid that is entirely changed. The patient organizations today are very professionals. Like yourself, we've come from a pedigree that, lend itself to managing, a very respectful organization, albeit being, a charity, but doesn't mean that, as you mentioned, that, they have their handout, but they are capable of, doing many, many things. And I say that with commitment because of my own experience, having worked with many patient organizations very closely, and I still do. And I know great work we do. And also they have all over the years come up with this whole concept of patient research partners, that the industry can benefit, not only having patients as, if you like, participants of a study, but also as members of the research team. They have a lot to bring to the table. That perspective is very important and certainly has enriched my research over the years. So thank you so much for those words and wisdom. Thank you. Now, it gives me a great pleasure to move to our third keynote speaker, and that is Professor Peter Stonia. Peter is a professor of pharmaceutical medicine, and he's also the co-program leader of the GMPD Academy, representing the partner of the GMPD Academy, who is the King's College London. Peter, it's a great pleasure. Welcome to the graduation.
Thank you very much, Sam. So hello and good day to you wherever you are joining this graduation ceremony for the GMDP Academy King's Programme, Medical Affairs in Medicines Development for 2024. This is actually the 8th delivery of this developing and evolving course since 2017. So I can say straight away that those graduating today are in very good company and joining a growing group of alumni. My name is Peter Stonia, and I'm an avatar today because my camera doesn't work, so you'll have to put up with this picture. But I'm here today with one purpose only, and that is to represent King's College London, its Centre for Pharmaceutical Medicine Research in the Institute of Pharmaceutical Science, and the Faculty of Life Sciences and Medicine, as well as the King's Professional and Executive Development Team, to welcome you and to congratulate all of you in reaching this milestone and graduating today, as the others have already mentioned so much. But it's really an honour to be here and to be able to congratulate you. This is your day and your achievement, although I'm sure it comes with the support of colleagues, friends and family over the year of engagement with the programme and meeting the deadlines, the deliverables and the outcomes which go with fulfilling the demands of this interactive modular course. I am sure too that there's a part of you which senses a great relief and release having completed the course and will be so pleased that it's all over and you can at least tick the box of success and achievement and move on. But please wait a moment. It's not all over yet. There is more for you to do, which I will explain. First to say, though, that the programme you have completed is a unique partnership between academia, industry and professional associations to foster competencies and capabilities and improve performance in medical affairs and strategic medical affairs, as well as other areas of medicine development. The programme is anchored by a strategic collaboration with King's College London and the groups within it, which I've mentioned, which have made a contribution, however small, to the structure, the content and the maintenance of the course over the years. The collaboration with King's is based on a shared view of the value in opportunities for continuing learning and development for all professionals working in or aspiring to a career pathway in the medicine development workforce. There's a growing consensus that in medicines development and pharmaceutical medicine, the career-relevant education path for largely graduate adult learners is a mix of academic underpinning through diploma or master's degree, a vocational, experiential, workplace-based segment of competency and capability acquisition for the very specialised tasks of a multidisciplinary workforce, adapting to the ever-changing technological challenge of global medicines development with patient outcomes in mind. So your course is not an isolated event to be forgotten once you've completed it, but is part of the continuing learning and development effort, which has to be the hallmark of a career pathway and contributing to your professional identity and purpose in medicine's development. So in graduating today, this is not goodbye, but the opportunity for you to reflect on your experience and perhaps recognise that certification in continuing professional development for those working in the field helps with day-to-day jobs, with performance, with development, and hopefully with professional identity as well. So consider what you have learned and how this might continue in the future. Consider how your colleagues and teams might benefit from this in many different ways in the future from what you have achieved in this course. Think of the continuity of the program, now already today in its 9th iteration, and how you might even contribute to it through your experience and expertise, collaborating as a graduate, as an alumnus, and also extending from there to collaborating with King's and with the Centre of Pharmaceutical Medicine Research if the opportunity arises. So pick up your graduating responsibility to think through the course, the collaborations, and how all this can go forward with your participation into the future. In closing, I would say a joint GMDP Academy King's Certificate of Achievement for successful participants in the course is seen by many or most participants as of value in their career pathway. So for all these reasons, King's College London is pleased to be involved with the GMDP Academy and its endeavours. And I'm delighted to represent King's today and join with our CPMR Director, Professor Stuart Jones, who is unable to be here today, in congratulating you all on graduating from this interactive programme of learning and development. I hope you've all had a valuable and rewarding experience and that you will take this with you back to work, to your network, and to your continuing career aspirations. So thank you everyone for listening. Congratulations and good luck in the future.
Peter, thank you so much for those words of wisdom. And I'm sure that all the graduates value the certification program that they have completed, and also the relationship that the GMPD Academy fosters with King's College. And I hope that will be the case for many years to come. Not only with that, we will have the pleasure of having many further students on the program, but also the relationship will continue to flourish as we move forward with our mission. Now, this brings me to offer my thanks again to our 3 keynote speakers. And I'd just like to move on with recognizing the graduates, which is really what today is what it's all about, as Alex very elegantly pointed out. Now, the rest of the program is going to be admitting the graduate to the certifications in medicine development. And to kick off that process, I would like to introduce Mr. Jacob Coates, who is the Director of Operation for the GMPD Academy. Jacob, it's a pleasure to have you to roll out this section of the proceedings, and over to you.
Thank you, Sam. First, let me just say that it's a great pleasure to be here with all of you. Congratulations to you all. I know that this is a big achievement, and I got to see the hard work that all of you put in every single day, almost for an entire year. It's not quite. We just get short of a year, but it almost spans that entire year, and I know there's a lot of great work that goes into that. Let me just also say that I am inspired by all of you constantly, inspired by the work you do, inspired by your brilliance, your compassion, the passion that you have for this work, and it really is a great pleasure. So we for the award section of this, admitting the students into the certification, we have all of our module chairs from 2024 when all of you were taking your courses, so you'll recognize most of them here with you. Unfortunately, Dr. Silva, who was the Module 1 chair in 2024, he really did want to be here, but had a personal emergency and just couldn't make it. So I'll be filling in for him. So Kit, if we can go on ahead and just get started, we will. Perfect. So first we have, and let me just say before we get started, we made the request for all of the students to send in their photo and let us know if they had anything they wanted to share. And some did and some didn't. So you'll see that, and we absolutely support that, whatever they were comfortable with doing. So first we have Francesca De Luis. And Francesca, congratulations on your certification and all the hard work that went into that. Next, we have Nozomi Abada. And I love this first sentence that she put in. It always seems impossible until it's done. I absolutely, Nozomi. And you should be proud to have completed the certification, and we were so happy to have you. Congratulations. Alim El Ghul. Alim is dedicating this to her late brother Nabil. And she said that his unwavering support and belief helped to shape her journey and inspired her to become the professional she is. Congratulations, Alim. Sophia Farah de Silva. Congratulations, Sophia. And Sophia is, as you can see, they're a hematologist in medical affairs, and I'm sure will go on to do great work in our field. Congratulations, Sophia. Ekaterina Fedotova. And Ekaterina said that she's proud to have had the opportunity to continuously learn from professionals and discover new horizons. Ekaterina, I think that is a great sentiment for all of us and hopefully one that we can carry with us every day, no matter what we're doing. Congratulations on a great accomplishment. Jana de Amia Valentin Fonseca. And Jana, here you can see she's talking about balancing life between all of their responsibilities. So mom, wife, pediatrician, being a leader in medical affairs, definitely a lot of things to balance for you, Jana, and for the entire cohort, honestly. And we're happy to see that it helps strengthen your commitment. And yeah, congratulations, Jana. Hannah Volkman. And Hannah said she was grateful for the relationships she built with fellow students during the program. Hannah, thank you for mentioning that. That is absolutely one of the things that we try and do during the program is our students come from all over the world and from all different companies, and it is our absolute pleasure to be able to connect you together. So very happy to see that that was something you cherished in the program. Congratulations, Hannah. Lastly, we have a few people that didn't submit their photo or didn't have much to say, but we want to give congratulations to all of them as well. So we have Niharika Dubey, Anandya Deokar, and Carmine Calavecchia. And congratulations to all three of you. And thank you so much for being a part of the 2024 cohort. It is my great pleasure to introduce for 2024, she was your Module 2 chair, and we are so happy to have her here with us. She's another one of the people representing Pfizer, and it's Dr. Nirvana Raghubir, and was the head of Module 2, like I said, Medical Affairs and Health Economics. Nirvana, over to you.
Thank you so much, Jacob. And good day, good evening to all of you. It's indeed my pleasure to be here with you today. It takes me back to Module 2 and some of Module 1 as well. I really enjoyed the interaction with all of you. I'd first like to say congratulations to all of you. I'm going to call out a few names, but I extend a huge congratulations to each and every graduate here today. So with that, as I mentioned, I'm going to call out a few names, and it really gives me a lot of pride and honor to be able to share this with you. Today, we're celebrating you. Learning, you've put in a lot of time, a lot of effort, and I hope you're sitting back and enjoying, and as mentioned earlier by Dr. Salek, hope you do celebrate, your significant accomplishment. So with that, I'm going to start with the first student, and I would like to congratulate Melissa Hurtado. Melissa is very closely involved in global health and currently working in the medical communication space based in India. Congratulations, Melissa. Moving on, Evelina Givanjo, and I would like to say, if I don't pronounce your names correctly, I should have said this up front. Please do forgive me for that. I've been trying hard. I have reached out to some of you, but I just like to say that as well. Evelina, very proud to see you join this program from AbbVie, and a huge congratulations to you. You have extensive experience spanning clinical research, medical affairs, and leadership, and I'm sure this foundational certification is going to take you to even greater lengths in your career. Wishing you all the best. Grace Banks, huge congratulations, Grace. I really enjoy reading what you have shared with us in terms of the patients and serving underserved communities. Coming from Africa myself, this is something that's very close to my heart. Congrats, Grace, and looking forward to see the difference that you are making in society. Irene Martin, I really want to say congratulations to you and love what you had shared with us. And you bring it home in terms of the learning. And I like to share a Chinese proverb that I actually came across that said, learning is a treasure that will follow its owner everywhere. And this I'd like to share with all of the students today, just to keep in mind. So thank you for sharing this with us, and congrats, Irene. Zainab Iqbal, huge congrats to you as well. I'm really proud to say that, you have come to this point, and we're looking forward to the next chapter in your career. Danielle Kanan, I've tried to say your name. I don't think I got it totally right, but Danielle, huge congrats to you as well. You have, shared your unwavering dedication and passion for continuous growth, and we just mentioned learning. So looking forward again to see that next chapter, striving for the excellence that you already have and that you're moving towards in your next chapter. Adam Corey, another huge congrats to you, Adam. And I really like what you've called out and reminding us not just of the work and the learning that has taken place, but also the friendships that have been built during the course of the year. Shion Kikuchi, congrats to you as well. After you called out, the time and lots of hard work completing this significant milestone in your career, and wishing you all the best. Nish Kumar, huge congrats, Nish. It was really nice interacting with you in this course, and wishing you all the best as you progress in the medical affairs space. And from my side, last but not least, Vaidi Bardwa, a huge congrats to you. You have called out for us here the commitment, the dedication that all of the students have put in place. And for you specifically, I'd just like to see you, persevere and keep these ethics that you carry with you. To this cohort and to the broader group, again, a huge congratulations from my end.
Thank you so much, Nirvana. Next we have module 3. So Nirvana, of course, was representing module 2, which was medical affairs and health economics. Module 3, we have Dr. Sander Kerbel-Fronius. Dr. Kerbel-Fronius has been with us since the very first cohort. Actually, he's been instrumental in, as all of our chairs have, in developing curriculum and assembling the great faculty we have and all of the things. Module 3, of course, being the focus is drug discovery and development. Dr. Sander Korpel-Fronius, please take it away.
Thank you very much for the introduction. And first of all, I would like to congratulate to all of you. Secondly, I just think that you are through a very interesting experience. To learn in such an international group is always fantastic. Your view of the world broadens very quickly if you have to contact and cooperate with people working in entirely different environment, entirely different culture. I think this experience you will remember for a very long time, and I hope that you will work also later in international cooperation and to enforce the beauty of international cooperation. Actually, I do not see any pictures.
Oh,
Oh, thank you very much. So it's now a pleasure to see you again, Evelyn Lazaridis, and I usually try to read what you write yourself. It is not the destination, it is a journey. And exactly this is what I have spoken about. You had an interesting journey with all your colleagues working together, and I think that preparing the lectures together really made long-lasting, strong contact with the others. Congratulations to you, Evelyn. The next, please. Pedro Coelho Lopez, committed to bringing clinical practice and innovative solutions to enhance patient outcomes. And this I like very much because there are so many new ideas coming up so rapidly, and so rapidly we have to change our understanding of different problems to use new information coming up in research. So congratulations and have a good luck and success in your future work. Mai Hoa Lee, do not limit your challenge, challenge your limit. I like very much what you are telling, and this is probably the most important part in the life of anybody. Challenge your limit, because almost every day offers you a new challenge which you have to overcome in your work, in your life, in your neighborhood, and within your family. Good luck and enjoy life following this sentence. Thank you very much. Suyato Mahadik, live and let live. Change is difficult initially, but it usually brings out the best of you. I think that is another sentence which I enjoyed very much. You never know what a change will bring to you. Sometimes it brings you difficulties, and at the end you might come out with more vigorously, but sometimes it is very difficult to manage these challenges, these changes. I wish you good luck, and I hope that you will have all these problems from which you will come up successfully and more strong as before. Thank you. Seymour Merter, Medical Affairs Profession from Pfizer Turkey, saving lives with vaccines. I think that one of the most important part in our life was to live through these pandemics. And I congratulate to all of the people who were working in developing and actually distributing modern vaccines. And I think it had been a great pleasure and a great experience for you to be member of the team which developed these modern mRNA vaccines. Good luck in the future. Katio Militello, life is a journey, not a destination. Well, I think today we have several times emphasized journey is a continuous. And I think if you can manage to enjoy your journey, your life will be very agreeable and nice in the future. although sometimes the journey might be difficult. Good luck for your future. Roshin Mary Moses, grateful to have opportunity to learn from this program. Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much for this comment. We've all worked hard to try to bring you some new ideas and some useful knowledge for the future. I hope that you will also become teacher and to try to give further all this knowledge what you gathered and all your experience what you will gather in your life. Thank you very much. Sayar R. Motwain or Motwale. What a wonderful experience connecting with a seasoned education and my enthusiastic peers from the program. Well, thank you very much for mentioning your peers, and thank you very much for mentioning also the whole group. Actually, sometimes I think this is very interesting to work in this international situation because all we use a different type of English, pronounced very differently and using the grammar very differently. But this is what makes an international group in which you worked and the international education team interesting, to get and to understand their background and trying to understand how they pronounce English. Thank you very much for joining us. The next slide, please. Marilo Freitas de Moura, I am committing to driving innovation and engagement within the medical to medical environment. Yes, I think if you are working in the pharmaceutical industry, your job is very frequently to teach medical professionals who do not have so much time to understand and to read about science. As a medical affairs person, you will also become a teacher of the practitioners. I wish you good luck and success in your work. Sam Wood. Sam is an oncology therapy area medical team leader. Working in the oncology is quite challenging because that is one of the areas in which most of the new information is coming up, and using very recent knowledge in basic science. I wish you good luck in your work, and just also my experience, I have been working as you in oncology teams, mostly in research, but it was an unforgettable, interesting time. Good luck for your work. Thank you. I think I finished with that.
Yep, that was the end of your section, Sandra. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much indeed.
So as Nirvana was saying, I do just want to tell everyone, we all try the best with pronunciation of the names. One of the great pleasures of the program is having students from over 70 countries around the world, and but it can be a challenge, of course, trying to understand all of the language. And yeah, so next we have our Module 4 chair, Dr. Domenico Criscuolo. Dr. Criscuolo, it's my pleasure to welcome you. Module 4, of course, covers clinical trials from concept to study report. And Dr. Criscuolo has been with us also since the very beginning in 2017. And yeah, it is my great pleasure to welcome you. Dr. Criscuolo, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you, Jacob. Welcome to everybody from Italy. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I believe I've heard the word congratulations more than 100 times, so I will say, well done, folks. You really did a great job, and you are adding another important step to your career. The career in pharmaceutical medicine or in medicine development is very exciting. I am involved in this arena exactly from 50 years. In 75, I started as a young pharmaceutical physician, and I still am in love with this area because every day it's a new challenge. and we really need to be open-minded to innovation and to offer all our experience for the benefit of our patients. So well done, and do not forget one minor suggestion I can offer to you. During the course, you have the opportunity to interact in the working groups. Leave your interaction, because our world is relatively small. We are not millions of people involved in medicine development. We are maybe some hundreds, thousand in each country. And it's very important to maintain contacts, because the opinion of a peer is very, very important for any future need you may have. So let's start with the students I have to introduce. If I can have the first slide. Jennifer Nguyen. Jennifer, I like your photo with your kid, and this is certainly underlining one important aspect. We are very dedicated to our profession, but we should also take care of our family life, because family is really the environment which can support us in some difficult moments, because everybody will have difficult moments in a professional life. So well done, Jennifer, and let's move to the next one. It's Dan Ertel. Global health, it's a really important message that you are addressing to us. And indeed, we should never forget that even if we work in a country, our boundaries are the entire globe. Our work done even in a small country can have a significant impact in a global health. And I'm very pleased that you underlined this aspect. Well done, Dan. The next one is Noemi Plata. Courage, well, certainly it's important. We need to be courageous. Sometimes our professional life offers to us some opportunities or some challenges, and it's really important that you underline that courage is a quality that we should consider in our future opportunities. Well done, Noemi. Let's move to the next one. Thomas Porter. Thomas, you have underlined your career path. I am sure that this certificate, this course, will give you an additional push to your next step in your career. So well done, Thomas, and good luck for your future. The next one is Diana Primiano. Diana didn't send us anything particular. So Diana, as you know from the Greek mythology, is the goddess of hunting. So I'm sure that this course will offer you the opportunity for hunting new objectives and new targets in your career. Well done, Diana. And then we have Sheetal Raina. You underlined the importance of the advantages and the opportunities that this program offers to you. I think it's very important to underline that indeed during the course you were offered a significant number of key messages that were well taken by you, and you have now the opportunity to apply the new messages, the new competence that you have acquired. Well done, Sheetal, and good luck for your future. The next one is Martin. Well, you underline a very important point that unfortunately is not a well taken message by everybody. Education, especially in a scientific matter like medicine development, is a must. I always teach to my students that we have an ethical obligation to education. Because when I started 50 years ago, you can imagine, was a completely different scenario. So I couldn't stop learning. I couldn't stop adding additional competence to my CV. And the same has happened to you, Martin, and to all the graduates of today. You have to continue to study in order to achieve more and more important targets. Well done, Martin. Next one is Asuka Yoshida. Well, we admire the kindness of Japanese culture. You are always very kind to everybody. And in the 3 or 4 times I had the opportunity to visit Japan, I always admired your kindness, your respect for the neighbor. And your message is really underlining the very strong emphasis that Japanese culture has in the respect of people. Thank you very much, Asuka, and good luck for your future. The next one, we have also Terim Pond and Jaine Ramaui, who didn't send any message. In any case, we also recognize their achievement, and it's obviously that I can say good luck also to Tarin and Jane. Thank you very much, Jacob, and the microphone is back to you.
Thank you, Domenico. Always a pleasure. Next, it is my pleasure and honor to reintroduce someone you've been hearing from the whole time. We have Dr. Sam Salick, who chairs Module 5. Module 5 addresses regulatory affairs, drug safety, and pharmacovigilance. Dr. Salick, it's always a pleasure to have you and work with you, and please take it away.
Thank you very much indeed, Jacob. It's a pleasure to have this opportunity of admitting the graduates into the certifications in medicine development. And as an academic of 40 years, this occasion is always very emotional for me. When, as a faculty, you witness the growing and the maturity that the students, or the people on this program, of course, are all mature and they all come from a very rich pedigree themselves. But it's still, that process of learning and the way that changes one, both in terms of the knowledge that gain and them as a person, is always a very emotional occasion. And I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate all the graduates today, and in particular, of course, those that I'm going to have the pleasure of admitting them to the certification in medicine development. If you could start perhaps with one, please. Many congratulations, Arva Rupavala. Now, Arva, it's a great heartwarming for us in the Academy to know that the program has actually helped you to shape your interest in medical affairs. And with that, we wish you well. And you know that as part of the alumni, you're always welcome to reach out to any one of us, any of the faculty members, and also those others who in the background or in the front make the GMPD Academy to do what they need to do. So many congratulations, and we wish you well in your future endeavor. Thank you. Seema Satyarthi. Seema, one of the things that you have mentioned, of course, is your passion to innovate, to address the unmet medical need. And that is so amazing because for many of the rare diseases that we have to deal with even today, still there are not a lot known about them, and they need to be medicalized or innovate new medicine that would help them. And we wish you well in that endeavor. And it's been a great pleasure to have you on the program. And we congratulate you again on achieving this very important certification. Thank you. Jennifer Sofing, it's been really a pleasure to read what you have written because of the excitement that the program has given you in terms of shaping your future career. And we would like to, join you in any way, helping you in that endeavor if you ever wish to reach out, and we'll be able to help in any way we can. So many congratulations again, and we wish you well. Shruti Ambedkar, I couldn't agree with you anymore. And that really is what we all strive for. And what I would say, perhaps that also resonates with me, that the secret of the successful people is that they turned up and they never said no to a challenge. Always take on the new challenges, because that is what stretches you and to enable you to learn more. So thank you for that quote that you have told us, and many congratulations in achieving the certification. Patricia Chuli, we haven't received any word of wisdom from Patricia, but we congratulate you and we wish you well in your new role as the market access manager. You obviously come from a very rich training from your background and all the training that you have done in Bucharest. And we congratulate you again and wish you well. Purial Satarangani, I really enjoyed reading your quote that you have at the end of the passage that you have provided us. And it really brought me back to my childhood, because my father used to say, whenever I came home and I was, really sad that I hadn't really got the, 90% on my exam, he would say, failing is not about falling down, it's about refusing to get up. And that is really a word of wisdom, and we all should carry with us in any facet of life that we're in. So we congratulate you again, and it's been a great pleasure, to have you on the program. And again, as part of Illumini, we look forward to seeing you again in one way or another. So many congratulations. We have got three students that we haven't had their photos, but we would like to admit them to the certifications in medicine development, and congratulate them and wish them well in their future endeavor. And those are Alison Slade, Pinky Singh, and Christina Rueth. Many congratulations again. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to once again offer my deepest and the warm congratulations on your achievement. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sam. Last but certainly not least, it's my honor and pleasure to introduce Dr. Praveen Chopra. Dr. Chopra is the Module 6 chair, which focuses on medical affairs as a strategic business partner. And I also very happy to say that Dr. Chopra is our new Chief Executive Officer here at the GMDP Academy. And Dr. Chopra, it's always a great pleasure to work with you, see you. Please go ahead and take it away.
Thank you, Jacob, for that gracious introduction, and
dare I add that this constantly reminds us that while compliments are certainly in order, we're also grateful for being reminded by all of us around us of the humility and the obligation of keeping the patient front and center, not least because we have to emphasize the imperative of global thinking and one world. And I'm reminded as I sit here and we talk about medical affairs as a strategic business partner and try to bring in that element, I'm reminded of a pithy Sanskrit shloka that I grew up with, which read, Karmanyavadika raste ma phalechu kadachana. That means we perform our duties and we leave the rewards unto themselves. And then therein lies the enrichment of what we've learned all along. And as I started off by interacting with our colleagues on this platform, one cannot help but admire the resilience and the perseverance that they have shared, but more importantly, the willingness to learn, the willingness to contribute, the willingness to connect. And that's what we've learned as we go along. So while I'm bringing up the tail end here, it gives me the privilege of being able to introduce several of our colleagues now entering the next phase in their lives with a certain confidence, with a certain hope, and a certain ambition. So take it away, Kit. Can I get the first colleague? Tejasvi Ajmera. She reminds us, first, compliments, because not just because of what you've promoted here, that while on one hand you are a master of the art of your science, but you also need to be learning continuously. And that humility you are dedicating to make sure that you advance medicine as a whole, but also advance the patient's interests. Tejasvi, all the best to you, and may hope that this endeavor of yours gives you good fulfillment. My compliments. Next, we have Luciani Anselmo. Luciani, first, it's very humbling. You offered an opportunity for us to reflect and see that the gift, not just of life, but the gift that we owe ourselves, is not just the opportunity, but the intent, desire, and ability to be able to learn. And you added a very important word here, the curiosity. You heard Alex mention that right up front. It's the curiosity that drives us. It's the childlike curiosity that allows us to expand our knowledge and our learning and our science. And this is something, while you have been very gracious in saying that this platform has offered you the opportunity, but I would reverse that. I think you have given the platform an enrichment opportunity to try and reach out beyond this. So compliments once again. Next, we are also privileged to have Nicholas Berggren. Nicholas, you have again kindly suggested that you found the Academy an enriching experience because of you, because you have brought out that this sharing of your knowledge, sharing of your credentials, sharing of your focus, not just on medical affairs, but with your colleagues who are all part of the medicine development arena. And you found that this is something that you would like to carry forward and share, not just in the communities within this academy, as Peter reminded us, but also in the communities around you. So compliments and keep the flag flying. Next, we have Kathleen Berner. Kathleen, this was very touching when you remind us that is it the art of medicine or the science of medicine? And sometimes we forget that this is a harmonious blend of the two. Jane reminded us up front that there's a music in the voice of the patient that we often don't hear. And that harmony between the voice of the patient and our own learning has truly to be appreciated. And I'm glad you bring this up. You bring up the point about how you need to blend the care that we learn and the passion of learning and the competence that we build in. So this is something that you really engendered. And thank you for sharing this, because this is another reminder of where our efforts lie or where our focus should lie. So compliments, Kathleen. Next, we have Ashish Bondia. It brings up many memories here, because many of our colleagues on the table are here remind me, I grew up at the school of Pfizer in India, and that humility of learning there
reminded us all the time, Ashish, and I think you are already focusing on that, while you might have just said that you're a medical advisor India, but I fully understand and I fully appreciate the point that you're trying to emphasize here, that we need to elevate our thinking. We need to elevate our perspective beyond the construct or the confines of a region or a country, but elevate that to more global thinking, global perspective, and carry the world along as we go. As we've said, one of the big reminders for us is that that imperative of bringing the one world focus is very important. So thank you, and full encouragements to continue this, what you have not just accomplished here, but accomplishing in the future for the country. Congratulations and compliments. Next, we have Isabel Cano Sanchez. Isabel summarized her thoughts in one word: passion. And you do understand how this has been a big reminder for us as to how we may have the ability, we may have the competence, but if you don't have the ethics, if you don't have the passion, it's futile to try to progress this going forward. So Isabel, thanks for reminding us, and our compliments to carry on the message that you've channelized yourself. Next, Amruta Cheburkar. Fascinating background already. You're already thinking global. And Amruta, it touched when you said akin to the Hogwarts Academy, dare I say. And when Dumbledore says this to Harry as he emerges from the Chamber of Secrets, your quote highlights the importance of making good choices, but more importantly, becoming a better person. And this is a strong reminder that while we may be fully accomplished in whatever we do, the person and the human in us needs to live on. And as Dumbledore reminds us all the time, this is something that we share. We need to understand that the better person in us needs to emerge. As Ms. Nicholson also cajoled us at the beginning, we may be expert clinicians, but do we learn care? And that caring part is what you're reminding us of, Amruta. So thank you so much, and my compliments. Next, we have Annie Chen. Annie summarized it also very well. And the one word that hit us was the word of ownership. Do we own what we believe in? Do we profess what we believe in? And what you've just reminded us all over again in genuine wisdom is that you get equipped with the knowledge, sure. You get equipped with the ability to succeed, but you need to be able to stand up and be accountable and be counted. And being counted for the patient is something that we all live for. So thank you for this, and compliments on the next part of your journey. And finally, we have Thomas Werner, who unfortunately was not able to share details, but Thomas, and we have the next slide, Kit. You have also reminded us that while we move on, and having shared with you some of the platforms during the course and the program, we know the same energy that you brought in. So compliments once again on carrying the mission forward. And as we round up now and into the next phase and take it away, it gives us great pride and pleasure to be able to encourage ourselves with the words of the learning and the wisdom that we've learned throughout this journey, throughout the year. Compliments and all the best. Take it away, Jacob.
Thank you so much, Praveen. Again, congratulations to all of the graduates. A huge accomplishment, and you should all be very proud. And from all of us here at the Academy, it has just been our pleasure and our privilege to work with you through this journey and be a part of that with you. Sam, I'll go ahead and turn the hosting duties back over to you and let you take it away. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jacob, for all that. It was excellent. Thank you. Now we come to a point in this proceeding to celebrate excellence. And in doing that, we want to recognize two of our graduates who have been the highest achiever for this 2024 program. To begin with, I would like to call upon Sam Wood. Sam is a hematologist medical team leader for Pfizer UK. He's a specialist hematology oncology pharmacist by training and moved into the team at Pfizer just under 6 years ago. For the last 3 years, he has been managed a team of medical affairs professionals who have been part of developing blood cancer treatment for patients in the UK. And I'm sure that, Sam, this resonates with everyone, the work that you're doing. In particular, we have Jay Nicholson with us, who represents a rare hematological disease. So with that, floor is yours.
Thanks, Sam. And thanks for inviting me. So, yeah, first of all, just a thanks to the Academy for asking me to perform the honor of doing the speech during the graduation ceremony today. It was a very happy and huge surprise that I was placed in the top 2 students amongst so many brilliant and talented people on our cohort. I also wanted to extend a huge congratulations to Roshan on her amazing achievement this year as well. And additionally, I want to congratulate everybody who has taken part in the course throughout 2024 and who are sort of graduating today. It's really hard to believe that the course is now over, and I now have a big empty slot left in my Thursday afternoon where my regular meetings with Group 4 would usually be. And on that note, I want to do I can see a few laughter emojis coming through. So I could just want to do a big shout out to Group 4, Grace, Seema, Alison, Christina, Pedro, Zainab, and Karen. We not only helped one another to make it through the presentations, but also helped each other to navigate the ups and downs of the course amongst our busy day jobs, and of course a very busy maternity leave for Seema. And for me, that has been the sort of greatest takeaway from the course: the bonds, the networks, and the lasting relationships that we've built whilst on the course. And I'm really looking forward to continuing these relationships post the graduation ceremony. And I'm really looking forward to catching up again in person with some of my Group 4 colleagues later to celebrate all of our success. It's been great fun seeing where in the world everybody from Group 4 will pop up when they dial into the meetings. Particularly, I think Alison, who seems to have been doing a world tour during the course. And then just really moving on from Group 4, I was asked to discuss a little bit about my aspirations and motivations of coming into the course and what's next. So as Sam said, I've been working in medicines development now for the last 6 years, having moved from the sort of cold face of treating pediatric cancer patients in the UK in the National Health Service. Having a number of years of experience already working in medicines development, my motivation primarily was to develop myself in medical affairs and to address some of the known unknowns and unknown unknowns, as Rumsfeld famously said. And I certainly feel the breadth of the course has helped me to do this. Secondly, as Sam also said, I'm the medical affairs team leader in the UK for in oncology at Pfizer. I have the privilege of managing a really fantastic team of medicines development professionals who work tirelessly every day to bring innovative blood cancer therapies to patients. And therefore, coming into the course, I wanted to explore new avenues of thinking, to spark ideas of how to push that team further forward and put them at the forefront of medical affairs, and ultimately make an even bigger difference for cancer patients across the UK. I've already taken a number of ideas from the course which are influencing the approach my team are taking in medical affairs, such as changes to team structure, some of the digital projects, patient centricity, research, and of course some of the launch thinking for our products within the hematology portfolio. I also believe it's allowing some rich conversations with our internal and external stakeholders. All of this, I believe, will stand myself and my team well as we move forward. However, I think the final thing I want to say, which I had not anticipated that I would have taken away from the course, is a reconnection with my purpose of bringing my passion for science to ultimately impact the lives of cancer patients in the UK. And this purpose will continue to fuel my career in medicines development. And I look forward to seeing where this will take me in the years ahead. And of course, I really look forward to seeing where everybody else's purpose will take them to. I'm really excited about all the amazing things that everyone in this cohort will accomplish in the years ahead. So thank you very much for listening, and congratulations again. And I'll now pass back to Sam.
Thank you very much indeed, Sam, and thank you for those very, very encouraging and stimulating words, which we very much appreciate. Thank you. Now it brings me to our next prize winner celebrating excellence is Roisin Moses. Roisin is a dentist by training from India, currently resides with her parents and work remotely as a senior medical reviewer at Pfizer. She brings over 6 years of experience in the clinical research domain and holds an MBA in healthcare. Roisin, it's a great pleasure to have you with us, and over to you. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Sam. Hello, everyone. So firstly, I want to thank the Academy for giving me this opportunity because this is just not a growth professionally, I can say, it is personally as well. And I'm truly honored to be part of this journey. So I'm a dentist with an MBA, as Dr. Sam said. So presently, I'm working for the APAC and MERA region for the medical review of the commercial and medical content. Joining this program was a big step for me. I want to express my sincere gratitude to my manager, actually, who believed in my potential and sponsored me to pursue this incredible learning opportunity. To be true, balancing work and study was a task. There were moments of exhaustion with a full-time job, but it reminded me the reason the journey started, which was to learn and ultimately, at the end, make a meaningful impact for the healthcare and the patient care. So I can say that was the guiding force for me during the tougher days. For me, this program has been more than a collection of webinar, like lessons and assignments. I call it as a transformation for the experience. It has deepened my understanding of the clinical trials, the regulatory frameworks, and the drug development that we studied in trials and ensuring the drug safety. Each module has offered me a valuable insights and have forever changed the way I approach my work. So to add on beyond academics, actually, this program has pushed me to face one of my biggest fear. So for me, public speaking was a fear that I has, which even I have right now. My heart races a bit, but all I can say is the moment like this is a powerful reminder that growth lies just outside your comfort zones. I want to take this opportunity to thank the brilliant and dedicated faculty who guided us with the patience and wisdom. Your passion for teaching and mentorship to this journey make it more richer, all I would say. And finally, congratulations to all my fellow graduates. Thank you again for the opportunity. Here's to growth, learning, and to the bright future that lies ahead of us. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, Roisin. Now I would like to call upon Professor Peter Estonia to present the prizes to our prize winners.
Thank you very much, Sam, again. And now to another special moment in this ceremony. to recognise the 2 top scoring participants in the course from 2024. And you've just heard from them now. But so they don't get too carried away with this accolade, this does not diminish the tremendous achievements of everybody here today and the constant and continuing efforts to do your best to score throughout the year. Everyone today here is a success and a high achiever. But as in the race of 20 Formula One cars, all capable of racing at 200 miles an hour, which none of the rest of us are, there's always somebody there adding up the thousandths of a second, separating the first and the last in the race on the day. So here too, we have the counters with the ability to add up the scorecards of your high achievements, and sure enough, we have found a silver and a gold medalist for 2024. You've just heard from them, and thank you very much for your very inspiring words to both of you, to Sam Wood and to Roisin Mary Moses. So now I present the prize from King's and the GMDP Academy to the silver medalist, if you like, the second in the order of prizes, which goes to Sam Wood. So if Sam Wood would step forward and receive this prize from me, with congratulations, Sam, on receiving the second highest scores in your assessments on this course, and for your gracious acceptance of this prize.
Thank you, Peter. Really appreciate it.
Okay. Right. Okay. Now we come to the special moment of giving the first prize, the gold prize, for the scores in this year's course to Dr. Roisin Mary Moses. So step forward, Roisin, and receive this first prize in your assessments on this course. And congratulations for that, and all the best in the future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Right, I think that's the prize giving. So well done, everybody, and you too, and well done also, of course, to everybody else today. So I'll hand over back to you, Sam.
Thank you very much indeed, Peter. Now we fast running, to the end of the proceeding, and before I introduce our final speaker, I just would like you to take a second in your hearts and wherever you are, thank all your families who supported you through this journey, and also the faculty at the GMPD King's Academy who in some ways directed you towards the learning and enriching your journey through the program and achieving these certifications. Now, it gives me a great pleasure to give the floor to Dr. Pravin Chopra, who is the CEO of the GMPD Academy. As I'm sure some of you know, that the 2024 has been a very challenging year for the Academy because of having gone through reorganization. And we all are indebted to Dr. Pravin Chopra to taking the helm and taking us through that journey. Without further ado, Dr. Pravin Chopra, who is going to give you some words in terms of bringing this ceremony and proceedings to close. Dr. Pravin Chopra.
First of all, thank you, Sam. You've always been very gracious and a mentor and a teacher, so I really value what I've learned from you. And let me start off by calling you Professor Salek, Professor Stonier, Dr. Kondalian, Ms. Nicholson, distinguished faculty, guests, families, and friends gathered from all around the world to celebrate our colleagues at the commencement for the Academy's 2024 program. Let me say this is not only emotional, it's also precious. And the privilege of sharing the sentiments on this momentous occasion is truly special. But words are only going to come in the way as we express our gratitude for having received so much from so many in so many ways. We remain grateful for the opportunity to walk along part of the learning journey together, to witness each other's abilities, to share each other's values, and to embrace each other's humility. We express our sincere appreciation for the partnerships we have received inter alia from Pfizer, Sanofi, UCB, Novartis, and Boehringer Ingelheim, if I may add. Dr. Kondalian reaffirming Pfizer's unstinted commitment since the Academy's inception. Ms. Nicholson epitomizing our raison d'etre with championing the voice of the patient in all that we believe and in all that we do. Professor Stonia reinforcing the allegiance with the excellence imbued by King's College London all along. And of course, Professor Salek for his stewardship with charting the course for the Academy's future. So we also recognize our faculty as mentors and teachers who, in the quintessential eloquence of Khalil Gibran, being indeed wise, do not bid you enter the house of his or her wisdom, but rather leads you to the threshold of your own mind. And we regard the commitment of the Academy operations team with enabling and promoting the seamless interface that all of us have appreciated as interlocutors in the Academy's conversations. We reflect on the camaraderie, as you've heard as a leitmotif all along today, that we've received from our colleagues in the program, the sense of belonging, the cherished kinship, the many meaningful interactions and learnings, and most of all, the everlasting bonds of friendship. It's also a moment of pride, shared with families, with friends, and with well-wishers, as you stand on the threshold of life's journey ahead, with anticipation, with hope, and with confidence. It has certainly not been easy, as we've been reminded throughout. It's not been easy to balance life's vicissitudes, both at home and at work, with the demands imposed by the program's rigor. So Jennifer, we're delighted with your sharing your wonderful bundle of joy with all of us. And Roisin, we regaled in your empathy in the end of program message, and I quote, "See my role as integral to the broader mission of improving healthcare." So compliments on the resilience, the perseverance, and the joie de vivre that's been displayed by this exceptional 2024 gathering of colleagues. In our chosen profession, competence and performance is a given, but the purpose, passion, and meaning is inspiring. We know that attitudes, not grades, matter, that doing the right thing is more gratifying than merely doing things right, that we need to celebrate the little wins. Now, it's a stark reminder that the evolving healthcare landscape today, with a more empowered patient advocacy, with advancing digital medicine interface, and a burgeoning demand for diverse skill sets, encompassing the entire spectrum of technical business acumen, have prompted a revised role for the medicine's development function within pharmaceuticals, in parallel with a growing need for education and training in the discipline. So let's take a moment to reflect on our why. What has brought us here together is a conscious choice, a choice to learn from each other, a choice to look at things from a different lens, a different perspective, and a choice to connect. So let's leverage this platform for celebrating with each other, with peers, with alumni, worldwide, with global thought leaders. And in a world where disinformation is rampant, let's be ambassadors for the patient with compassion. Let's drive the awareness of the relevance and the contributions of the medicine's development fraternity. The underpinning of the good that we do, the lives saved and touched, is overshadowed by the noise of commercial big pharma. No one else will tell the story. So write your own story. Be your own story. So as we close the platform today, congratulations on the choices you have made, and all good wishes for accomplishment and fulfillment of both your personal and professional aspirations. And as you endeavor to make a difference in communities around you, thank you for being who you are, and farewell.
Sam, I think you were trying to talk and you were muted there.
I just wanted to thank Pravin for those word of wisdoms and inspiring. I just really want to thank everybody for taking part. And this is the end of the proceedings for the 2024 graduation ceremony. We, as the GMPD Academy, the group, the family of the GMPD Academy, I also like to call it, we thank you, and we hope that you know, you move on for a very glowing career in the future. Thank you.